camera lens is a little dirty there. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Josh here once again. I am headed off my way from work. Just left the shop that I work at, and got a notification. I think the throttle sensor is on its way, or it is on its way to the house today. So sometime here shortly this afternoon, when the mail gets dropped off, I'll have my throttle sensor that I purchased for the Quick Track. So gonna be going to the house and trying to go ahead and maybe disassemble the Quick Track to where I can put that, take that part off and have it ready to put the new one on. And I've also got to go to the house and take the top off a dryer because it has started squealing and chirping. Probably just needs a belt, but gonna have to take that apart and kind of examine that and see what's going on with it. Hopefully it's not a bearing or anything like that in the motor, but we'll see. So I got that going on. Not lawn care related, just hey, the way it is, something happening. But I wanted to put this one out there. First of all, let me say thank you to all my new subscribers, and to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, supported me in this channel, commented, liked the videos. I appreciate it. Just want to let everybody know that. And if you haven't yet, and you've been watching for a little bit, or even if this is your first time and you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button down at the bottom, and leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps promote the channel, and be much appreciated. So but what I want to get into is from a previous video that I did. I had on the Quick Track, and a gentleman asked about the mower and what I thought about it, and he also mentioned that he had a 48-inch cut Skag, I guess the V-Ride 2, that he didn't like the way it handled on like inclines or hills. So that leads into what I kind of wanted to talk about is with tires. I know the stance accounts for a lot of things as well, but my opinion on that was, and I referenced the Skag, was I demoed a Skag V-Ride 2 52-inch cut, which had 23 by 9.5 inch wide tires on it. Not trying to pull a Ray, just trying not to get run over by this semi coming down the interstate so I can get on. So don't get on my case, Mr. Gerald. But my statement was, I didn't really like the way those tires gripped on like slopes and inclines. I think it just, with them being narrower, I like what I called a 2-to-1 ratio on the tires. And both of the mowers that I have, the Z-Track and the Quick Track, have that. And basically what I mean is your height to width ratio being 2-to-1. The Z-Track has 24 by 12 Turfmaster tires on Carlisle Turfmaster tires on it, and I think it does an excellent job on inclines and hills. You know, not having a lot of wiggle or slide on it, which, you know, a heavy machine also helps with it holding traction as well. And also on the Quick Track, the pneumatic tires, not the twills. Twills are smaller. The pneumatics are 20 by 10s. So they're 20 inch high, 10 inch wide on an 8-inch rim. So there you got the 2-to-1 ratio. And this is just my opinion on this. Y'all, this is something I think. I don't know what y'all, let me know y'all's thoughts on it. That the Quick Track, and it's a 52-inch cut, just like the Skag was. So I think that it holds traction better on the slopes than the V-Ride 2 did. Again, that's my opinion. Not that the V-Ride 2 is a solid mower. Not gonna say I wouldn't buy one, because I still think overall, I think the tire issue is probably the biggest issue that I had with that. But you know, that's one where if I had the V-Ride 2 and the Z-Track, then if I had to get on a slope, then I could just use the Z-Track, and everywhere else I can use the Skag. So that's an easily fixed problem. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, as far as the tire ratio, or if y'all think that affects anything, or if y'all have noticed that with stuff. You know, obviously if you have a wider tire, you get more traction. But I think having a taller tire that's skinny, it's kind of like, I guess, being on unsteady legs, for lack of a better way of putting it. You know, if you have somebody that's really, really tall, that has really slender legs or whatever, you know, they're not very steady. Sometimes they seem to be a little uncoordinated, I guess, because it just kind of got some wobble in there. But I ramble on about that. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, as far as the tire measurements, the tire ratio, if y'all have noticed anything like that. I mean, I've noticed tires that are 22 by 12s, I believe, on some mowers. It looked like they would have a really good traction to them. So I know you got to take into account stance and weight and turf conditions and stuff like that, but just generally speaking, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. And let's see here, I was a little late to the party on the video, but Mr. Ronaldo over at Big Sons Lawn Care, so shout out to Ronaldo. Y'all check his channel out. Again, that's Big Sons Lawn Care. I think he's just past the 700 subscriber mark, so check that channel out if you haven't yet. Give him a subscribe and help him move on towards 1,000. But he had a commenter that also has a YouTube channel that had commented, I guess they were fairly new to YouTube. They were just getting their channel started, and they were putting out videos, I think, just about every day. And they weren't growing a lot, and they weren't getting a lot of views or comments or subscribers. And he was thinking about quitting. So any of you know that have done YouTube, I've been in it just a little over 2 years, so I've got some experience. But good luck trying to figure YouTube out in most cases. It's just like trying to figure people out. You never know. You might post a video today and it might get 10,000 views in a week, and the next video that you post might get 10 views in a week. Sometimes it hits and sometimes it don't. But I think the focus should be, as Mr. Ronaldo stated in his follow-up video to it, somebody else did. I agree that do it because you enjoy it, I think, is the biggest thing. And I think that translates down the road at some point to more subs and more views. I made the comment to him, I said, you know, you just never know. You can have two channels covering pretty much the same type of content, you know, mowing grass or mulching or pine straw or working on mowers and different stuff like that, but they could be two channels that are similar, and one channel may shoot past 1,000 subscribers in 6 months, and the other channel, it might take them 2 or 3 years to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll use myself as an example, and Mr. Gerald Greenlee over at Clean and Green Lawn Service, a good buddy of mine. Y'all hear me and mention him a lot, and he talks about me as well. Great guy. So shout out to Mr. Gerald over at Clean and Green Lawn Service. I can remember, early last year or late the year before, so it's been about a year and a half or so ago. I can remember when my channel and his channel were roughly within, 20 or 30 subscribers of each other, probably up until around 350 subs. Now Mr. Gerald does post a few more videos than I do, but up until about 350 subs, we were within 20 or 30 subscribers total for a while. And then all of a sudden, his channel took off. I'm happy for him. It's awesome to see. Congrats to him. We still comment and watch each other's videos all the time. And Mr. Gerald's subscriber count now, I believe, is pushing 1,500. I know it's 1,400 and something subscribers now, and I'm currently sitting around 645. So just as an example there, I can use myself and him as an example, but I still watch and enjoy his videos and his content, and excited for him. And speaking of that 1,000 subscriber mark, I want to give another shout out here and help another fellow lawn care guy out, because that's what we need to do, y'all. Support each other, help each other out. Mr. Chris over at Chopping Blades. If you haven't yet got the chance to check out his channel, check him out. Again, that's Mr. Chris over at Chopping Blades. I was watching a video of his earlier today on break, and I think I noticed that he is just past 900 subscribers. So, and I think in the last couple of weeks, he's gone from 700 and something up to right at 900. So he's hitting that growth spurt there on his channel, and trucking on towards 1,000. So again, shout out to Chris and Chopping Blades. Check him out. Give him a subscribe if you haven't yet. Like his videos. Help promote him on up there. And let's get him on up there to 1,000 subs as well. So, Chris, keep chopping, brother, and appreciate you, and enjoying that good content you're putting out there. So, just a couple of things, like I say, about the whole quitting YouTube thing. Kind of getting back into that main conversation is just, I mean, if you enjoy it and you want to film it, when it comes to lawn care on YouTube, just do that. I mean, it'll come around eventually. About to cross the highway here, so I got to make sure I double check. And yeah, just have fun with it. I think that's the biggest thing, is don't try to copy nobody else. And Mr. Ronaldo made the same point over Big Son's Lawn Care. He said, just do you, was his main point, and I fully agree with that. Be who you are. Do the things that you feel like you want to do, as far as how you do your videos and stuff. If you want to go out and buy editing software and 3 or 4 GoPros and all of this media stuff to put together these really nice videos, like some of them out there do, like Spencer's Lawn Care, and Top Notch Lawn Care, and Lawn Care Juggernaut, Kevin over there, and the Lawn Care Juggernaut and the Boring Channel, Brian with Top Notch, Sean and TQ over there at Spencer's Lawn Care. They got a lot of music overlay, text, subtext or subtitles on there, text overlays, and stuff like that, effects and things, time lapse, different stuff like that going on, and it makes for a good visual video, and it's good content. I watch all those channels. I'm trying to keep up with them best I can, but I enjoy those channels. I'm subscribed to all of them. And then you've got people like myself. Every video that I have, every minute of footage that I have done has been done on the phone that I'm using right here, that I'm looking at right here. So, and I've been doing it for over 2 years. So, And again, I've got 640 something subs, so you can do it with just a cell phone. I don't get a bunch of multiple angle shots and things like that, but you know, I try to get some good content as far as some live footage, some point of view footage. Lately it's been a lot of me doing this. But I mean, again, just do you, be who you are. You know, do what you enjoy, and let that show through, and I think it'll work out for you. You know, if you do one video a week or 5 videos a week, just be who you are. I guess is the big point that I want to reiterate. Again, just like Mr. Ronaldo over there at Big Son's Lawn Care stated in his follow-up to that. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff, like I say, going on with the mower, the dryer at the house, and I just wanted to kind of jump in and cover those topics here early on. So this has been a pretty lengthy chat, probably one of my longest in quite a while, if not the longest yet, because looking at my timer, I'm looking around, looks like 16 minutes. So I've really been running the trap today, but again, I'm just doing something that I felt like I wanted to put on video, and hopefully it makes a little bit of sense to somebody. If it makes sense to one person and it helps somebody out, then it was worth the time spent doing it. It's my opinion. So let me know what y'all think about the tires, and if you want to state about the situation with like what you think about the quitting YouTube. I know a lot of people have probably already commented on Mr. Ronaldo's video or videos, but feel free to comment on this one as well. And we'll see. I may try to, this may turn into be a long video, because I may go ahead and do some footage of the working on the quick track when I get to that, or I might just make a separate video and close this one out later. But stick around and we'll see where this video breaks into either some maintenance or an ending, and I'll be back. Well, alright, I'm going to do a little filming here. As you can see, I got the throttle body off. This is the old throttle position sensor. So I got my new one in, but I've got one small issue. Is one of the little bolts that holds it on is a Torx head screw, and as you can see, it rounded out while I was trying to take it off. Now luckily I was able to grip it with the pliers and get it out, so I got it out. But I think what I'm going to do is try to go to the hardware store, and hopefully I got time, and find maybe a hex head bolt that's like this that I can put back in its place, so that it'll be easier to get off. So I've got one good one here, well, half good one, and so it was a little aggravating to try to get this little spring off. There's a retainer that goes on the end of this. You just take a screwdriver and push it right there. You can kind of see it is leaned up against the motor right there, but that just flips back up and clips on to this throttle rod, and it comes up and it's hooked into the side of the throttle body here. You can see I got the breather and all off. It's 10mm bolts that go in this bracket, and then it's 8mm nut on each one of these studs here. You can, and then one of those holds this bracket on the throttle position sensor in place. So just take that and pull it back out of the way. This hose and this hose is easier to mess with. This obviously the one connects here, and then there's one that connects right there on that little stud on the bottom. And so, but I got it off. Like I say, screwdriver, 10mm and 8mm socket. Probably need I got a small screwdriver and a long flat screwdriver. I got a 1/4 inch ratchet. That's plenty big enough to do this. Plus, you got to get into a couple tight places. And just take all this stuff off out of the way. Maybe some long, where do I got them at? The long needle nose, maybe the angled. Got some of those just to help. It's easier to reach up under the throttle body to get that smaller hose off. You can just kind of crimp it and wiggle it a little bit, and it slides right off of there on the bottom. So I got that out of the way. Just got to try to figure out the issue here with these 2 screws. I could probably put it back in there and tighten the one back in with the pliers. But I would prefer to maybe have something that's easier to get out. So y'all let me know what y'all would do, but this is just kind of the way that I want to do it. So I'm gonna see if I can get up to the hardware store, maybe get some of these, and see if we can get this thing put back together and give it a test run. Y'all stick around. Alright, y'all, well, as you can see, I got the throttle body back on. New throttle sensor mounted. I did find some screws at the hardware store. They're not Torx head, they're like Phillips flat. You can use either one. Got a few extras just in case I need them. Never know. So I got that back on there. I got this hose attached back to the top. There's the that's actually like a set screw. It's an Allen head. Was it a 3, I believe? So that's a Allen key number 3, and it just tightens down into the throttle body right behind this rod there. It's kind of like a set screw that holds it in. Pay very close attention to this little spring here. It attaches in that slot and right there in that slot. It's very aggravating once you get it off to get it back on right. So getting the clip on and off of the rod here is not too bad of a problem. And then just make sure this gets tucked back under here. So I got this on. I'm going to get the base for the breather, mount all this back, put everything back together on the top end, and go take it for a spin. So throttle position sensor installed. We're going to see how she does. Alright. Well, as you can see, got this field cut. This was my test field that I use when I've been working on the quick track. So you see I got this cut all the way down to the pine, down outside down this roadway, and from the dirt pile over up to the fence. So there's the quick track. I got to do some adjusting with the throttle springs, as you can hear it. I've actually got the throttle back down, but it's still running kind of high. So just gonna have to tweak with the adjustment on that just a little bit, but no surging, no real sputtering issues. There was a few moments where it acted like it might have been bogging a little bit, but some of that stuff was pretty thick. But it's been running for a good 40 minutes and no issues. So hoping I got that worked out. I'm going to take it back down to the shop, let it cool down, probably get me some supper, and then maybe see about the throttle adjustment a little bit. And I'm probably going to take it with me tomorrow and do a few yards with it. I'll keep the Z-Track on the trailer one more day just to make sure. And if it gets through a couple of yards with no problem, I'll get the Z-Track over to my brother's where he can weld on the deck. So there we go. Hopefully we got it. Throttle position sensor. So hope y'all enjoyed this one. A lot of talking up front, and just a little bit of discussion about the Quick Track. This is cut on 2.75. So it did pretty good. I did do some double cutting in a couple areas, so that leads to a little bit longer time out here. But doing a good job. Glad I got it working good, and we'll see how it goes. So like I say, hope y'all enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all watching. The Quick Track, like I say, seems to be up and running. So let me know what y'all think about the tire talk I did earlier, and follow up even a little more with Mr. Ronaldo over at Big Sun's Lawn Care on the gentleman he had that talked about quitting YouTube because he wasn't getting a lot of subs and views early on. So again, I think you just roll with that, do what you enjoy. If you enjoy making videos and showing your work, just keep at it. And it'll catch on sometimes, and it just takes a little longer for some than it does others. But that's just the way it goes. Again, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and everybody who has supported the channel with likes and comments. And if you haven't yet, again, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom and leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. So y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed. Catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.